You can, however, learn of places that aren't Springfield, assuming you don't know them already. I'm gonna click this official website. Oh my god, it opened a website. It brought me to the actual 7th expansion website. It's an actual link to the actual website. Wow. Episode 1. Luncheon of the Carbon Witch. Welcome to Springfield. The Carbon Witch extends her heartfelt greetings. Please take it easy and enjoy your afternoon meal. The difficulty is cromulent. There is no reason to be suspicious. Umi neko no naku koro ni musu. The story is fictional. Any resemblance to real people, events, etc. is purely coincidental. I don't know what are these. This work hasn't been made for distribution within Japan. Uh-oh. Please be aware that usage inside of Japan is probably fine, but check the laws. Oh no. I stood outside a home in the heat of summer. This is so good. The music. Oh, it's so good. And it's got the shitty realistic pictures just like the original Umineko. The previously frosty wine bottle I was carrying now bordering on lukewarm. I was invited here by one of Springfield's many school principals, Seymour Skinner. Unfortunately, it seems his ineptitude has seeped into his instructions on where he lives, resulting in me wandering around for some time in a full suit in the blazing sunlight. Jim is committing a crime for our enjoyment. Straightening myself up, I rang the doorbell. Well, Seymour, I made it, despite your directions. It's so good. Holy shit. Oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god. Ah, Superintendent Chalmers, welcome. I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon. I gave a vague acknowledgement of those words and made my way inside. Ah. It's so well written. It's so incredibly well written. It captures the nuance of the joke in the episode of The Simpsons so well, while also maintaining the writing style of Ryukishi. This is excellent, top shelf, 10 out of fucking 10 memes. Like 99% of memes wish they could even ascribe to this level of competency. This is unbelievably good. This is top fucking shelf. Holy shit. This sentence here, I gave a vague acknowledgement of those words and made my way inside. This is so good. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh. Are these backgrounds from the fucking original game? What are these backgrounds from? It's so good, guys. It's so good. The dining room was modest, with an ice bucket prepared to chill the wine. It's got every detail from the episode, making it the first thing Seymour had done today that actually met any standards. I set the wine down and seated myself as Seymour went ahead into the kitchen. Principal Skinner shut the kitchen door and methodically walked towards the oven. Steam was pouring out the front in dense clouds. Is the food prepared yet? If someone heard Skinner say this, they would have assumed he was talking to himself, and that he would soon open the oven to check the meal within. Oh! But he never motioned to open the oven. In fact, he never moved at all. Instead, the steam became more turbulent. Without love, it can't be seen. Twisting and billowing. Growing thicker and thicker until it almost looked solid. No, it really did become solid. Oh my god. SVT unit, a frankly replaceable footman of the SVT, a massive army of retainers led by Belphegor. Though numerous, they aren't in any way inept and provide excellent catering. Oh my god. This is incredible. This is so good. This is so good. Why are there so many saves? How long is this? Oh my god. Wow. The steam coalesced into the form of a young man in a waiter's uniform. Despite the nature of what had just happened, Skinner didn't seem surprised in the least. I'm afraid it's not quite ready yet. Should be prepared in a few minutes. Wonderful. I'm glad I can always rely on the SVT. Did you remember to make fries? Of course, sir. A platter of steamed hams on a bed of fries as requested. This is so good. This is so good because the entire point of this episode, this short 3-minute episode, is that Skinner is lying. You can't play this because this is actually spoilers to Umineko. This is amazing. Shall I prepare drinks as well? There'll be no need for that. But so long as you're here, how do I look? I'm trying to make a good impression on the superintendent, you see. Well, if I may, you appear to be slouching. Slouching? He's Beatrice. Skinner's Beatrice. That won't do at all. Mother always said a curvy spine is the devil's roller coaster. I suppose all I can do is some basic stretching and hope he doesn't notice. Oh my god, he's lying and he's gonna pretend that this is... Oh my god. Regardless, continue with your... After being dismissed, the waiter evaporated all at once and became steam once more. It's not golden butterflies, it's steam. Skinner looked for something to stretch on. He wouldn't dare let the superintendent see him before he was prepared, so it had to be something in the kitchen. It didn't take long for his eyes to fall onto the windowsill. I definitely heard something just now. Skinner talking to someone? It would be rude to just barge into the kitchen, but if I asked where the bathroom was, that would probably justify it. I found Skinner with his leg hanging halfway out the window, and thick, dark clouds spewing from the oven. Superintendent! I was just, stretching my calves on the windowsill. Isometric exercise. Care to join me? Why is there smoke coming out of your oven, Seymour? Oh, that isn't smoke. It's steam. Steam from the steamed clams we're having. Steamed clams. Skinner rubbed his stomach to emphasize the fact. Chalmers glared at Skinner, but ultimately relented and returned to the dining room. When they fry. Welcome to Springfield when they fry. This is amazing. The amount of work that went into this. Remarkably, Skinner returned just a few minutes later with unburnt food. Superintendent, I hope you're ready for mouth-watering hamburgers. I thought we were having steamed clams. Oh, no, I said steamed hams. That's what I call hamburgers. You call hamburgers steamed hams? Yes, it's a regional dialect with the spelling error. Uh-huh, what region? Another spelling error. Oh my god, they captured the fucking... They captured the fucking animation with, oh my god, with different character sprites. This is so good. Upstate New York. Really? Well, I'm from Utica, and I've never heard anyone use the phrase steamed hams. Oh, not in Utica, no. It's an Albany expression. I see. Hold on a second. Suddenly the world expanded, and the luncheon was being observed by a man who appeared to be the superintendent. He was sitting in a room that looked very much like the same dining room he was observing. Sitting across from him, however, was a man who could hardly be mistaken for Principal Skinner. Oh my god. Oh my god. Superintendent Chalmers, superintendent of Springfield School District. Though he deals with many school principals in his work, he takes a particularly harsh stance towards Principal Skinner. Why the hostility, Chalmers? Can't you see he's trying his best? Principal Skinner, principal of Springfield Elementary School, and a veteran of the Vietnam War. His repeated errors have garnered him intense contempt from Superintendent Chalmers, but he intends to lessen those feelings today by inviting his superior to a luncheon. Oh ho ho ho! It will surely be unforgettable. Oh my god, this is so good. This is just incredible. The save system actually works. This is nuts. After all, Principal Skinner was a meek, incompetent man who stumbled over himself constantly when trying to keep up appearances. Replacing the key with ho 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 is so good. Every inch of this just oozes with handcrafted love. This man, on the other hand, had such a confident presence that it almost made him seem lazy. His large cloak crumpling unevenly as he leaned back in his chair, the stupid fucking necktie being tied in like that. And a tray of tea that he hadn't gotten around to brewing yet sat on his half of the table. Kinza never looked better. But despite that, the cloaked man was indeed the principal. A high-ranking warlock who made a deal with the Demon King Nairazmat, bestowing him with a broad range of magical powers. For his magic falters, he makes up for with his unrelenting charisma, assuming he can be bothered. He likes lemon tea and thin stew. He hates working hard and close-minded people. Excuse me, I just need to clear my throat. Laughing too hard. Oh, what seems to be the issue? Your piece definitely said it was steamed clams earlier in the kitchen. In fact, he said it twice. And it means you were obviously lying just now. Does it really? What if my piece simply misspoke? Surely you aren't going to treat a mere slip of the tongue as evidence of anything. But doing it twice in a row? Has such a thing never happened to you? I find that hard to believe. Frankly, I'm not interested in the elocution of my piece. I'm much more interested in what you thought of my summon. Wasn't he everything a magical cooking companion should be? I don't care about that. It's all some sort of trick. You probably just have someone else in the house helping you cook. How rude. But I get the feeling you will dwell on this issue, so allow me to make it plain with the red truth. Oh yeah! The only people in this house at any point today are Superintendent Chalmers, Principal Skinner, and Agnes Skinner. Superintendent Chalmers refers to both you and the man who brought wine to this luncheon. Principal Skinner refers to both myself and the man who invited you to this luncheon. Agnes Skinner refers to the woman currently on the second floor of the house. She does not interact with the luncheon in any way. I felt it would be simpler if we just referred to ourselves instead of saying my piece and your piece over and over. My familiar is not a person, of course. He is a being born of my own magic. That was oddly detailed. No, that doesn't explain all the smoke I saw coming out of your oven. You saw smoke? When exactly? Well, I didn't really get a clear look at it, but it definitely smoke. Oh, you have a truly interesting conception of what definitely means. Are you sure you didn't mean to say I have my own stubborn, ignorant assumption of what was coming out of the oven? Don't mess with me. You know damn well steam doesn't look like that. And yet, you can't say for certain it was smoke, can you? Even though you saw it yourself. It was on the far side of the kitchen. I just couldn't get a good enough look. I still know for sure it wasn't steam. That fucking look, that Beatrice look is so good. This fucking Batara face. I realize why you can't see it as steam, you know? It's because you lack that single element. That one precious element that all humans need. What are you babbling about all of a sudden? Single element? What in the world does that mean? For a moment, Seymour's eyes lost their arrogant spark, and they became gentle and soft as he smiled plainly at Chalmers. Love. Without love, it cannot be steamed. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so good. It combines two of my favorite things. Shitting on Umineko and The Simpsons. It's so good. Oh my god. Steamed hams is my favorite thing in the world. Oh my god. Without love, it cannot be steamed. Oh my god, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see it coming. Oh, give me a break. Let's just get back to the game. You mean luncheon? The room was almost silent, except for the occasional sound of hams being eaten. Crunch. You know, these hamburgers are quite similar to the ones they have at Krusty Burger. Oh, no. Patented Skinner Burgers. Old family recipe. For steamed hams. Yes. Yes, and you call them steamed hams despite the fact they are obviously grilled. I removed the bun from my burger and showed Skinner what was clearly grill marks on the patty. You know, the one thing excuse me for one sec. Of course. Skinner left his seat and entered the kitchen, before coming back almost immediately and making a large, exaggerated yawning motion, like a puppet whose strings hadn't yet been cut. Ah, well, that was wonderful. Good time was had by all. I'm pooped. I glanced at my watch. It was getting fairly late. Yes, I should be. Good lord, what is happening in there? I jumped out of my chair, unable to comprehend what I was seeing. As the door was still swinging open from Seymour's hasty return, I could see a this music. I could see a bright, fiery glow behind him coming from within the kitchen. Just what is this? Aurora Borealis. Aurora Borealis! At this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes. I set down my lemon tea and paused, thinking hard to myself. After everything that unfolded up to this point, I had only one question on my mind. Is the tea supposed to be this strong? I always brew it this way. Do you take issue with it? It's the fucking lemon from that episode with Shelbyville. Wait, never mind that. Aren't you going to give your ideas on what is happening? How I conjured an aurora into my kitchen? Oh, I'm not really concerned about any of that. Once I see the inside of the kitchen for myself, none of your claims will matter. So you're just going to wait until you have all the facts without making any theories. Oh my god. The kitchen is the cat box. The kitchen is the cat box. You can't see inside of it. How dull. But if you insist... May I see it? No. As soon as he said that, I was instantly escorted out of the house. And the moment we stepped out the front door, the shrill voice of an elderly woman howled from above. Seymour! The house is on fire! No, Mother, it's just the Northern Lights. Well, Seymour, you are an odd fellow, but I must say, you steam a good hand. I turned and began my walk home. At least this time I knew where to go. But when I heard that woman's voice, this time screaming for help, I looked back at Seymour one last time. He gave a big thumbs up, ensuring me that all was well. The aurora Seymour mentioned had now spread to the front of the house and was somewhat visible, glowing fiercely through the windows. I've never heard of anyone being hurt by an aurora, so I decided to leave him to it. There was also an excessive amount of those same dark clouds coming from the house, so I figured he must be having steamed hams for dinner too. It was only natural that someone who steamed such good hams would want to eat them for every meal. Satisfied both mentally and nutritionally, I resumed my walk home. And there you have it. Now then, your theories. What the hell was that? Where do I even begin with such a farce? Why did my piece just accept everything he was told? Why wasn't he led into the kitchen? Are you cheating somehow, Skinner? My, to think you would accuse me of cheating because you saw your piece act as a polite guest. Quit avoiding the question. Are you cheating or not? I am not cheating. Really, would it kill you to at least try to reason it out? It's just like I said earlier, someone else is helping you. You probably screwed up your luncheon just like you screw up everything else. And now you're trying to pass off a raging house fire as the godforsaken Northern Lights. I already told you in red, no one else is in the house today who can help with the luncheon. And like going through the windows, it's so close to actual Umineko. Going in and out of locked rooms and windows, oh my god. Maybe someone outside the house passed hamburgers through the kitchen window. Nobody passed anything to me through any window. Really now. An unknown ham X? I'm starting to understand why you were so reluctant to explain things when this is the caliber of your reasoning. It makes you crave Umineko a little bit, doesn't it? It does. There's a very obvious solution to all of this that you haven't even considered. What, that I accept all of this magic nonsense you keep alluding to? Even simpler. Just take everything with sincerity. Accept the steam, your roar. And acknowledge that all that happened here is your dear employee prepared a wondrous luncheon for you to the best of his ability. Absolutely not. That's almost as unbelievable as magic. No, it might actually be worse. There's no way I'll ever believe in something like that. Then explain yourself. Prove that this house fire you allude to really happened. You said something interesting. That Agnes does not interact with the luncheon in any way. Didn't we just hear her screaming from the second floor window? Well, you see, I considered the luncheon to have ended once we left the house. Well, in that case, everything lines up perfectly. Agnes is the one that cooked those hams. She did it before the luncheon even started, and maybe even made them for some other reason. That way, it wouldn't count as interacting with the luncheon. And you then reheated the hams, which was also the cause of the fire due to your intense inadequacy. To top it off, she proved that there really was a fire all along. Preparing any of the hams beforehand counts as interacting with the luncheon. I would prefer if you didn't make Mother out to be some sort of accomplice, not that you care. What's this about proof of a fire? And spare me the where there's smoke, there's fire spiel. You can't even prove the existence of smoke. She yelled at the top of her damn lungs that there was a fire. Oh, don't tell her I said this, but well, her eyesight isn't what it used to be. Give it up, Seymour. You want to prove Agnes didn't see a fire, then use the red truth. You can't, can you? The red truth? Well, the issue with that is, my mother never saw a fire in the house today. Nor did she hear, feel, smell, or otherwise sense a fire, in fact. No fire existed in my mother's house at all today. What do you even mean by that? Don't pretend you didn't understand me. You know exactly what that means. Now explain everything if you truly intend to oppose the truth I laid out. Wait, I've got it. A smoke machine. You use some sort of machine that makes smoke and something to make some kind of fake flames. No fake fire, fake smoke, or devices to create either existed in or near this house today. That doesn't make any sense. What else could it be? The Aurora Borealis is you. The Aurora Borealis, you pathetic man. Just accept the truth that's right in front of you. An Aurora Borealis. Could it really exist in Skinner's kitchen? The chance of seeing them is almost 100% if you live far enough up north. Down here in America, the chance of seeing one at all is incredibly low, maybe only 0.1% chance per day. It's during the summer, when the effect is at its weakest, it's more like 0.01%. Even that is only when it's nighttime. During the day, the chances must be something like 0.00001%. It's unlikely, but possible. But for it to be bright orange, one of the least likely kinds of aurora, and be located specifically within Skinner's kitchen? Something like that would certainly be a miracle. It's gotten into me. Of course it's not possible. There's no way something like that could ever happen. And how? How does any of this work? He's crying! Damn it, I just don't understand. None of this makes any sense. Giving up already? What happened to all that bravado you had earlier? Just what kind of trick did you use? It has to be something convoluted. Something ridiculous. It's all he did was lie. That's Umineko in a nutshell. Nothing crazy happened. Everyone just lied. Oh my god, they replaced the with delightfully devilish. Seymour! That was incredible. Super Nintendo Chalmers. That was incredible. Can you solve it? Mother didn't... the only red truth I have to look at is what Agnes said, but she saw smoke, right? She didn't actually see a fire, right? I think he said she didn't see smoke either. You beat his red truth. Ikida. He said no fire happened in his mother's house today. He said no fire happened in his mother's house today. Oh, it's because Principal Skinner is not related to Agnes. That's not his mother. Which is so similar to Battler. Oh my god. Oh my god. How? This is so incredibly perfect. This is so incredibly perfect. That's incredible. Easily one of the greatest memes, one of the greatest fan-made things I've ever seen in my entire life. Absolutely fucking incredible. I can't speak Japanese, so I just copied the actual credits. Hopefully it's not missing anyone. I'll just squeeze mine in here. Amazing. Amazing. Steamed. When the seagulls cry, steamed. Absolutely fucking incredible. Better than actual Umineko. No way, it keeps going. I like how instead of having a golden brick, they have the fucking nuclear rod. Mongo. You've done well to make it this far. Did you enjoy your stay in Springfield? The Carbon Winch has granted you an invitation to her tea party. We hope that you choose to attend. Fox keeps typing little bitch. I think it's just autocorrect on his phone. That was the tea party? It was just the fucking fire truck? Was that it? Welcome to the tea party of those who are not human. $19.99. Why is Angel here? Well, what do you think? Were you able to solve it? What purpose would you show me this? What's wrong? When I told you I had a never-before-seen forgery, it could barely contain your excitement. You deliberately misled me. If I had known all you had was some ridiculous fanfiction, Ah, that's right. I forgot. You only like fanfiction about the death of real people. As soon as I said that, I rose from my seat. Oh, wait, please. You must have more to show me besides this. The man called out to me, but by that point, I was already in the elevator. Even at the very end, he was desperate to disgrace the dead.
Number 8. Number 8. Number 8. Number 8.
Turn that off.
Number 8.
What, you don't
Number
like
8.
conceptual artists? I reached over and turned it off myself. Amakusa looked genuinely disappointed when I did this. Look how skinny his fucking arms are. Damn, guess